Hi everybody, for those of you who are new to my page, I am Marie Jarvis and I am owner of Enigma Hair and Beauty Salon, and we are a salon based in Darlaston. Now I am passionate about everything hair and beauty related, so we're here to help you get through this lockdown and stay safe. In this video I'm going to hopefully pass on to you some useful tips and techniques to help you gain some barbering skills. Now I am in no way trying to diminish the skills that we as hairdressers and barbers have, but I've seen online there have been some pretty awful haircuts and you all need some basic help. So that's what this video is going to do. Okay, you are going to need some type of hairdressing scissors and a comb. If you don't have these, don't worry at all. You can do this cut entirely with the clippers. So you're going to need a set of clippers and varying guards. Varying different size guards. Now, if you don't have clippers, don't worry about it. You can use a beard trimmer. I've had this question asked by one of my clients. She doesn't have a set of clippers, but does have beard trimmer. Now, usually these also come with varying guards. So this one is a number 4, which is a 12mm. And then you've got a number 3, which is a 9mm. They've got them written on. If it's only in millimeters, just look it up online and it'll tell you what grade number it is. Now with these ones, some beard trimmers, you also have these, which is a guard that you slide onto it, and then on the side here there are lots and lots of different numbers. So what you do is you slide this up. So if you wanted 10mm, you'd slide it to the number 10 or to the 12, to the 14. Like I said, just look online as to what the corresponding grade numbers are, so you can actually work it out that way. So that's it. So that's all you're going to need for this. Start straight in. And I'm going to go in with a grade 3 first. I'm going to pop that on. Now, if you're not sure about this, the best thing you can be doing is just popping your finger on the back of the guard here. Now, I've got them closed at the minute. So you see with the lever, you can open and close, and you can do half a grade with them. I'm actually going to close these because I know this is going to be the longer grade that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to turn them on. Get them to tilt their head down slightly, start in the back, and you're going to gently and slowly run all the way up. When you get to this top bit where the horseshoe bit is, don't follow the shape of the head up and round. What you want to do, instead of coming up and round where the head is, you want to come up and straight up. 90-degree angle, go straight to the ceiling. That way then, you're going to start to blend. You see how I'm coming up and then out. Okay, turn your head around. You're going to come round in again, and when you get to about here, which is round here, straight up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. So instead of coming up and then following the shape round, what you want to do is come directly up the head. That way then, it'll leave you a longer piece of hair here, and you won't go up into the hairline. You want to keep the top part a little bit longer. So I'm angling, my finger's still behind, but I'm kind of coming in and then out there. Sorry, my voice is going again. Okay, so you want to go all the way around. Now I'm not going to show you all the way around the other side because that's just going to take far too long. So you just keep going in. You can do as well, if it helps, if this hair is really long, push it down. And you should be able to see a little line. You see how this comes down here a little bit more? You can actually keep the comb there and use the clippers again. Go in with the clippers to pick it up, and that'll help you blend that line out. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit in the back, get them to tilt their head down, and then come up over the back. So I've come up to there, all the way up. Okay, so the reason you start off on the longer grade is because you want to do some blending. So I've used a 3 for this part, up to this top bit. I'm going to turn the clippers off, and now I'm going to switch down to a grade 2. Now, with the 2, I only want to come to probably about halfway between the ears and this line up here. And then I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to start coming out of the hair. So you need to get your imaginary line right so that you come in a bit further down. So with this one, you're taking just a tiny bit more hair off, and at this point it will just be little bits of hair. But that's why you go down in grades. If you go down in grades, it's going to be a lot easier for you to do a blend without worrying too much about there being harsh lines. So already you can see there's hardly any line here, but this part here is shorter than this part here. And then you can just go over that line, pulling out a little bit. Anyway, you think there might be more, like here there's a little bit more of a line. So I'm just going to take that tiny bit. Remember to keep the clippers, the grade of the clippers, as close to the back of the head as possible. Okay, now the hairline is a little trickier. So the guard at the minute is open. What you want to do is make sure that it's closed. So move the lever so that it's closed. What you're going to do is you're going to come up to the hairline and you're going to create a line by just gently pushing it onto there and then pulling down slightly and follow your line. You're best off starting in the middle, do the middle bit first and then come round and do each side. Do that bit and then that bit, then come around again. Then what you're going to do is you're going to angle the clippers so that you can do the sides and come upwards at an angle like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that bit first. So switch clippers on, go in and just gently pulling down. Just do this bit really, really gentle because clippers are extremely sharp and you can actually cut people with them. So if you can get them, tilt your head. If there's any parts like this in the neck where you get some looser skin or where you can see the tendons and the muscles are making what, so if I show you, if you put your head back like that, this creates a little dip here. It's harder to get the clippers in flat. If you can't get the clippers in flat, get them to extend their neck and that will really, really help. So I've noticed I've turned the clippers around the other way. You can see all these fuzzy hairs here, little fuzzy hairs here. I'm just going to go up there. Then I'm going to turn my clippers around again so that I can get my shape. Just take a little bit at a time. If you notice, the barber takes ages doing this bit as well, so don't you rush it. Do small, tiny, tiny little bits. Then if you could turn your head for me that way. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is do around the ear. Now for that, I'm going to turn my clippers around this way. My lovely model is going to move his ear out of the way. Now what you want to do is use this very corner here, angle it. I'm just trying to do this and watch what my video is doing, so sorry if it's not quite in focus. And you're just going to gently tickle around the shape of the ear and catch those hairs. Okay, right. If you let go of your ear for me, sorry. So now I'm going to come the other way. Once you've got to this top point by the ear, you really want to start coming the other way. So you want to come from about here and just gently tickle those hairs. See if there's any left. Okay, can you pull your ear forward again for me? If you get your kids and your husband to pull the ear out of the way, it is so much easier. I do think ears should be removable and they should come off. It would make our lives so much easier. So just gently go back and forth until you're happy with the shape that you've got. Okay, Lucy, let go. Now, my husband has a beard, so I'm not going to come down here and tidy, but this is where you could tidy up. Can you see where the line is here? So I tend to use, you can use this as a marker where the top of the earlobe is, and then I'm going to turn the clippers off just in case I accidentally do it. And you want to just go straight in there and down. So you just trim a little bit there, depending on what kind of shape that they want. Okay, so you can see now that is all nicely tidied all round. It's a nice soft round neck, and that's how you trim around the sides. Okay, so now for the last bit. You've done the sides, you've tidied all around the neckline. Now we're going to work on the top part. Now you've got two options for this. If you have kids or a husband or a brother who wants a bit more length on, then you on the top, rather than the same as at the side, you're going to need scissor and comb. Okay, so I'm just going to show you quickly. So I'm just going to wet the hair. Whenever you're doing anything with the clippers, you want to do it with the hair dry. The clippers don't like wet hair, so that's why I always do the sides first and then decide what I'm going to be doing with the top part. Okay, so what you want to do is start about the middle, in the top at the middle. But I'm going to come here to the sides just to show you how to pick hair up. So what you do is you push the comb in, and then you would, with your fingers, where the comb's been, go underneath and just squeeze the hair and pull it up. So you'd kind of pull it like that, and then you've got the piece trapped between your fingers. So if you just turn there, you can see just how much is there. So you want to go in as straight a line as possible, but the part of your finger that you want to be cutting between is between here and here. Don't come up to here, because you've got the really soft bit of the knuckle here, and what I don't want you to do, and believe me, every hairdresser's done it, is to take the skin off your knuckle, because when you're clamping your fingers straight, the part of the knuckle is really, really soft, and you can very, very easily do it. So what all you want to do is then, just starting at this point, gently cut and do a little bit. Even though there's still some clamped in your finger, what you want to do is let go of that and then come a bit further up the head. Now, what you want to do really is be vertical to the head. So just make sure that your hands and your fingers are touching the head. So when you come round to the side, obviously your fingers are going to be more that angle rather than that angle. So start on the top, work your way to the side, and then do the same on the other side. And what you want to do is come all the way back, but then work your fingers all the way around, so that the top is all flat and uniform, but then the sides, see how I take sections like that? Take a section like that, and then cut that. Come back a little further, cut that. If you're cutting to where your finger line is, you know you're getting the same length of cut all around. Okay. Obviously, if they want longer hair, what you need to do is come to the scalp and then just pull as far away as you want from the scalp, and then cut the hair. Now, what you want to do is just do that all the way through. And then that way you should see how that's automatically blended in. So you just come down and you make sure, I don't know if you can see, so see there's a straight bit there, there's a little bit of a bump, and then the rest of the hair disappears behind my finger. So this little noduley bit there, you just want to cut from the short bit there to the short bit there. That is going to help you blend in all your little bits. And it's as simple as that. So your other option as well is what I'm going to do with my husband, because he just has it grade 2 all over now. So you could also just still go right over. Now, if you're not very confident with scissors and they do want the hair a little bit longer on top and not the same length at the side, you could do a grade 2 going up into a grade 3, and then when you get to this top bit, you have other grades as well. So like this one is a number 5, and sometimes you can go up to like an 8. So start off with a longer grade on top. If you don't feel confident enough to use scissors, use the clippers, because that's why they have the bigger grades, so that you can do the top, it'll all be uniform, and then work down in your sizes. That's actually probably one of the easiest ways of getting a really nice even cut all over, because even as a grade 5, if I do a 5 on the top, that's only just took off a smidgen of what he had there. So that would probably be the equivalent of me cutting it with my fingers flat there, and that was grade 5. So hopefully that should be a bit more helpful for you. So you can use scissors and comb on top, or you can clip at the top with a larger grade. Remember to come down in your grades, always use the biggest grade first, work down to a smaller grade, and then no grade on the back. Now, I hope that video was helpful. If you know anybody that you think might benefit from this video or need some help, then why not tag them below in the comments? And if you have had a go and this was useful, why not show us some of your pictures of your aftercuts? That would be great. And just remember that we are all in this together. It's not going to be forever. We will be open up again soon, just like all the other hairdressers and barbers around the world. So just stay safe, stay in, and we'll all get through this together. It was lovely talking to you all, and I'll come up with some more content soon. Thank you very much. Bye.